Hello friends, hello neighbors, JT here. Welcome. Thanks for joining me once again. Today I want to go over one of my knives that I would consider a go-to knife, just an absolute workhorse of a knife. This one here is the Kershaw Blur. It's been out for a long time, and I know it's been reviewed to death, but you know, I did have a couple people that commented on some of my videos asking me what are one of my regular ECD knives, and I thought I would just take this out of my pocket and show you guys. If you're not familiar with it, this has been around for a really long time. I'm going to give you some specs right now. Of course, it's made by Kershaw. The overall length is about 7.875 inches. The blade length is 3.375, and it is made of Sandvik 14C28N steel. It's a drop point blade with a hollow grind. Right here I'm sporting the black finish. I don't know what kind of finish this is, nitride or Teflon or whatever that is, but let's see if I can find that. The handle length about 4.5 inches, and the handle material is aluminum. This one is sporting an OD green flavor, and it has some really nice steel barrel spacers. As you can see, they're very dirty because I do carry and use this knife. And I have this one set up for a right hand carry because is it reversible? I don't think it is. It's not reversible, so you lefties, sorry. It is spring assisted, and there's also, you can actuate it with a thumb stud. It's got a liner lock, as you can see right there. It's pretty hefty, and I would say it covers about, I'd say about 35% of the actual internals there. And also the model number of this bad boy is 16700, and I do love this knife just because it's one of these knives that you can just beat to heck and not have to worry about it. Ken Onion designed this bad boy. If you don't know anything about Ken Onion, he is from Hawaii, and his influence in the blade, as you can see, is right there because they're very popular with this swedge type of blade. And as far as its usability, I just let me tell you, this thing it doesn't really even look like I use this knife a lot, other than a little bit of wear on the pocket clip. And you know, I really, the edge has retained itself really well. I think I gave this a once over maybe about a month ago, but I have since then used it very much, and the edge holds up pretty quick. I want to talk about this steel, this 14C28N stainless steel. What is that? Well, I did a little bit of research, and turns out it's really a so-so steel. It's not that great, but it does hold an edge halfway decent. I'm not going to say it holds an edge like your designer metals, but if you were to compare it to any other metal, it is about equivalent to either an AUS 8 or a 440C stainless. But this knife also does come in a S30V option for, I'd say about $70 more. But you know what? For a knife that I use as a daily user, I really don't want S30V because I don't want to bother beating the heck out of it and having to spend an hour sharpening it. This thing sharpens up really fast. And that's one of the properties that I look for in a daily user, something that I can sharpen within 5 minutes, and I'm good to go. So as far as the steel goes, we did talk about that, and you're paying, you get what you pay for. This is about a $65 knife. And, if you wanted to get the S30V, you're going to pay a high premium for it. But I think that for the dollar amount, I think you're getting a really decent knife. And let me just show you one thing that I like the most about this knife, and that is the spring assist. It is very aggressive. Well, let me show you how I open it. All right, that opens nice and easy. However, let me show you how aggressive that spring is. I'm going to try to not activate it. And I'm just going to bring it maybe about there, and right there is a sweet spot. It's going to act like an auto. That spring assist is very aggressive, and it comes out with a vengeance. So that's one of the things that I really like about this. As far as negatives go, if you sharpen on a stone, you're not going to like this knife. You have to do this by hand. I use a round diamond sharpener, and I just do it by hand, and it comes out pretty good. But if you use a stone, you're not going to be able to do this. As far as, again, we already mentioned that it is for righties only. I don't think you can adjust that on the other side. No, you cannot. So sorry for you lefties. But the greatest thing I like about this knife is that if you lose this knife, you know, you're out $65. It's not really something that you're gonna really break the bank for. But I really enjoy this knife. It's been one of these things that I just have on top of my dresser, and it's just a go-to thing that I like very much. And as far as it being, you know, the top of the line knife, it is not. It's as Blade HQ here says, the Blur has the build and performance of a great general purpose knife with everyday carry friendly attributes as well. The Canyon design Blur is an assisted open knife. It just give the blade a little push with the ambidextrous thumb stud, and the speed safe technology finishes opening the blade. To close, just slide the liner lock to release the blade. And you know, it's been very good to me. But I just thought I would give you guys this quick video on showing you what one of my go-to knives is, and this knife has been very, very good to me. So if you're looking for a workhorse, something that'll do daily tasks and get the job done, and something also made in the USA, pick one of these up. Thanks for watching. You guys be good. See you in the next one.